It's 3 a.m. You're staring at the ceiling, completely frozen. Your brain is furiously dissecting a text message you received 6 hours ago. Most people assume this indicates a psychological flaw, a sign of neuroticism or crippling social anxiety. Yet this specific type of paralysis frequently occurs in individuals who possess exceptionally high intelligence and problem-solving capabilities. They aren't struggling to process reality, they are over-processing it. This intense mental looping represents an advanced biological operating system misfiring in a modern environment it was never built for. Evolutionary psychologists call this trait sentinel intelligence. It is a specific genetic hardware inherited directly from our most hyper-vigilant ancestors. Thousands of years ago, the tribe survived because certain individuals never fully powered down. The sentinel's job was to scan the horizon, notice microscopic shifts in the weather, and anticipate predators long before they appeared. That hardware kept humans alive in a lethal wilderness. Today, you live in an environment that is physically safe, yet psychologically noisy, with an endless stream of digital data. This illustrates a psychological concept called leaky sensory gating. A normal brain blocks out irrelevant background noise. Your brain has a highly porous gate that absorbs absolutely everything. It is permanently active, tracking every micro-expression and hidden meaning, searching for a physical threat. Your chronic overthinking is simply prehistoric survival hardware operating perfectly, but entirely out of context. Most people navigate daily life using System 1 thinking, a fast, automatic, and intuitive way of processing. Overthinkers are trapped in System 2, a slow and deliberate mode of analysis. This glowing map represents the brain's default mode network. For a typical person, it activates gently at rest. But for a deep thinker, it runs continuous background simulations, connecting unrelated data points and applying pattern recognition to trivial events. Sustaining this level of analysis burns enormous biological energy. Your brain is running a mental marathon while you are sitting completely still. The massive cognitive effort of deep thinking leaves the body physically depleted, even after a day spent entirely at rest. This network handles social interactions using predictive processing, a mechanism simulating thousands of future emotional outcomes before you open your mouth. Agonizing over a small social slip-up is an act of hyper-empathy. The brain runs predictive simulations, ensuring no one else was harmed by your words. This simulation demonstrates the professional paradox. The mind overwhelmed by a simple text message becomes eerily calm during a massive high-stakes crisis. The sudden influx of critical data snaps the idling engine into optimal gear, eliminating background noise. The severity of the external problem strictly regulates the efficiency of the mind. The more intense the disaster, the calmer the overthinker becomes. The root cause of your anxiety is straightforward. You possess an immense imagination operating without a specific project to build. This is why advice to just quiet your mind is a biological impossibility for your neural architecture. You cannot simply turn the machine off. An idle supercomputer is a liability. Without a legitimate, complex external problem to solve, the mind will turn inward and manufacture its own crises to stay occupied. Stopping the agony of overthinking requires feeding the brain a problem massive enough to consume its total processing power. Your ability to see hidden patterns and stay steady while everyone else panics is what defines a strategist. That mental friction you feel is an engine searching for a target. You need to actively hunt for wicked problems, the messy, high-stakes challenges that terrify most people. This diagram demonstrates the steel wire. When you take hundreds of chaotic threads of anxiety and force them through a singular, monumental purpose, they compress into an unbreakable structural cable. When sentinel intelligence is finally utilized correctly, the overthinking vanishes. It is replaced by a state of intense flow, sharp intuition, and absolute clarity. Biological sentinels require a monumental post to remain steady. Once you find a challenge that matches the scale of your mind, the watch finally begins.